microphone.
Hey, check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hey, 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2. Mic check. Hey, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hey. Check 1 2 1 2. Hey. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hey. One, two, check. Hey. 1 2 check.
Hello testing， 麦克风的声音不是很高。Hello testing， 我们的麦克风的声音真的很小哦，没有声音哦。我吃饱了，吃2大碗。係，你有冇寫？你寫幾多錢未？寫俾佢哋 True Buddha 係嘛？英文名我唔記得咗添。你個紅包，你放落去紅包嗰度。 你攞個紅包放落去。
Hello
而家我冇
大聲一點。
哎，
秉祥師兄，這個麥克風的聲音幫我調大聲一點點。
Hello，testing。
我這一個是於這邊，你那個。
Hello，這個的聲音還好吧？再高一點點吧。秉祥師兄，這個是第二個麥克風的聲音還是有低的？
第一個也是，再調高一點點。第一跟第二。好，
今天晚上我們的同修主尊是蓮花童子，大家知道嗎？哎，聲音哇，聲音真的超大的，現在。
好，那今天有簽書哦，請問大家有沒有買書？
大家請了，師尊的講了嗎？邪鬼，鬼中之鬼，鬼域，鬼的總本山，你們有在手上有了嗎？如果沒有的話，我們佛具部還有這些書，所以呢，歡迎你們到佛具部請購。如果還沒有請到的話，這4本書呢，師尊都很希望每一個弟子手中上都有這4本書，所以呢，歡迎你們到佛具部請購。等一下同修完之後呢，師尊會為大家簽書。
我們的同修將在8點鐘進行。那今天呢，因為呢來的人是很多的，所以呢，等一下呢，在介紹的時候呢，請你們以團體站起來，團體站起來。如果呢，好像我這裡呢有登記了幾個團體，就是好像尊勝雷戰士美國義遊雷戰士雲傘同修會長虹雷戰士以及寶華同修會的巴拿馬，還有哪一些雷戰士，好像是說其他的道場的。倫敦，你可以寫給我一下，然後我那個
Check 1 2， 嘿嘿嘿嘿。
你們來自哪一個國家及道場的，請給我，請寫給我。等一下呢，我會交到你們的道場的時候呢，你們一起站起來，謝謝。
阿法師講。你嗰啲儀櫃俾我。
我可以站着，我拿張紙先。
好，謝謝你。好，謝謝。敬請大家留意自己的物品，請各自保管好，以免遺失。同時，自己帶來的佛像需要開光，請貼上名字或各自拿着。師尊加持時，同時得到開光和加持。師尊師母到臨時，我們一起跪下。如果不能夠跪的同門，請您站着合掌，齊聲問候：師尊好，師母好。請大家注意，如果您的車輛停在雷藏寺圍牆外面，請不要擋住鄰居的油箱及垃圾桶，會嚴重造成郵差、垃圾工人作業及鄰居的不方便，也會引起投訴。
各位上師、法師、同門，大家晚上好，歡迎你們來參加我們今年的西雅圖的第1次的周末同修，那我還想跟大家講一下，強調一下我們這邊的一些規定。首先，大家來了以後，不可以在7點鐘以前就把自己的那個東西什麼書或者是雜誌什麼東西擺在那個位置上，先佔位置不可以。我們全部都是7點鐘開門，必須排隊，誰先排隊誰先進來，後排後進，不可以先佔的位置。那剛才我們就把那個原來排的東西有清理一下。那有一些可能還沒有找到這些東西，請到龍邊外面那個長方形的桌子上找，應該都在那邊。有些同門現在你找不到東西，你可以去找外面龍邊的那個長方的桌子上，應該還放在那邊，你們去找一下。還有，請大家來到後，請坐下，盡量不要說些閒話。大家請安靜的持咒靜坐，準備參加今天晚上的同修。請保持肅靜， 我们这边不是 market， 不是卖那个菜市场，尽量保持庄严啊。各位上司、法師同門，大家晚上好！歡迎大家嚟參加西雅圖今年嘅第一次週末同修。我想同大家再強調下我哋呢邊嘅規矩，就係大家嚟到之後咧，唔可以先擺自己嘅任何嘅嘢嘅衣服書本雜誌壓位，唔可以壓位。我哋統一7點鐘開門，大家要排隊。先排先入嚟，後排後入嚟，唔可以先壓位。咁頭先有啲同門咧，可能擺啲嘢度嚟，擺啲嘢喺位置上面，我清理咗嘅。咁如果你哋揾唔到，請去龍邊嗰邊嗰個台度會有，嗰個長方形台度應該仲擺喺度，大家出去睇一睇。OK， 多謝大家。还有，请大家进来以后，请找到自己的位置，没有什么事情，请大家安静的持咒、静坐，准备参加今天晚上的同修，尽量保持我们道场的庄严肃静，不要让他进来感觉像进那个菜市场一样啊！请大家没有什么事闲话小聊，多持咒，多静坐，准备参加今天晚上的同修。谢谢大家。
由尊圣雷他是代表敬献鲜花给师母，李仔恭祝师母青春美丽、身体健康、母亲节快乐，张红。擠好啲發先，最好擠好啲安全嗰種方式擠比較好。
剛才要是有同門找不到，是都放在這個座位上的東西，請到龍邊的那個長方桌子上找，應該在那邊。我們全部清到那邊去，還有這兩邊，盡量大家不要站這邊來上香禮佛，就保持這邊的清淨。當同修結束後，自己找回自己的貢品，不是自己的貢品，請不要拿走。同修結束後，大家可以拿回自己的貢品，但是不是你的貢品，請不要自己拿走，好嗎？謝謝。
叫我的时候，我站起来。
不用，我是说有伦敦的就是说好像伦敦的同门呢，你们只有你一个嘛？
对，可是我有点话要讲，很快的，只是要讲几句而已。因为我觉得我这次来是真的是要讲话的，我不是不会讲很多，不过是有意义要讲。因为上一次我有讲一半，不是很长。
但是我因为一般好像那个同修之前呢，就是一般都是自我介绍从哪里来那个，那你讲私自讲不可以吗？就是私下跟你要跟师尊怎么讲啊？
因为我这来都没有真正是有可以跟这师尊讲的话。对
啊，因为一般好像师尊摸完顶之后呢，下楼的时候大家都可以跟师尊讲话。对啊，因为好像如果一个人你这样子讲，那大家又这样子讲，因为今天的活动也蛮多的。对，也有致辞啊，还有请法啊，还有签书会听完，而且很多道场啊都是这样。本来我们雷藏寺的预定是说叫哪一个国家就直接站起来啊，根本就不用讲话的。对，只是这样子。OK，就是这样。
那只是因为去年我有讲一点话，对，因为去年我知道比较短的时间，只是这一次很想跟师尊讲一点话，只是因为我觉得这个话是真是从我心里要讲的。我真的这次不是我不会讲一点，我只是很想要讲一下，我不会讲，只是我很想要讲这一句话，就是因为这一个是我这一次来的目的，没有别的东西了。就是说，看情况吧。看情况，我站起来，我讲快就讲完了。谢谢。看情况。好的，谢谢。
好，还有一个呢，也需要大家配合的，因为呢，我们都是很爱我们的师尊，所以呢，在我讲1、2、3的时候呢，大家就是要一起讲师尊师母爱してる，记得吗？就说你不要管我什么时候讲1、2、3，总而言之，你听到我1、2、3的时候呢，就一起讲师尊师母愛してる。
各位上师、法师、同门，大家晚安。首先欢迎大家来参加我们西雅图今年的第一次周末同修。那我这边还是跟大家强调一下我们这边的一些规定。OK。第一个，这个就是摆供品，大家请看一下，在4位祖师前面，请不要摆任何的供品，包括花，这个叫保持这个庄严哈。这边这个特殊的位置，大家请不要把任何花、任何的供品都不要。那第二个，大家来了以后，就说吃饭以前，请不要摆任何东西在自己找一个位置，说这是我的位置，要预先摆一些衣物啊、食物啊、书籍啊、杂志，不允许。我们全部是7点钟开这边的大门。然后大家排队，一个一个排队，先排先进，后排后进，不可以插队，不可以有其他的这个动作出来，那这样才合理也不要好像一打开门，好像难民一样冲进来，不要这样子。我们都是修行人，都有修养那最后也是跟大家强调的，大家进来以后，请找个位置坐下来，没有什么特别重要事情，请不用再说话，不用交谈。你真的有重要事要交谈，也请尽量把声音放小一点，不要很嘈杂的，像来了这边好像一个菜市场一样。我们这边是一个很庄严的道场请大家尽量保持庄严肃静，没有什么事坐下来，持世尊心咒就很好，或是你静坐也很好，请尽量保持我们这边的安静。刚才有同门放了包包什么的找不到，我知道，我们全部清理到笼边外面长方形的桌子上。对不起，那可能再晚一点会让他自然跑出来，对不起。不是自己的东西请不要拿，还有一个同修结束后，自己的贡品才可以拿，不是自己的贡品请不要拿，你拿了别人的贡品就等于是偷，就等于是偷了别人的东西。 犯了5戒的中的偷盗戒，请大家注意。
好，提醒大家，请大家将你们的手机调为震动或者关机。好，大家要记得哦，将你们的手机调为震动或者关机。
刚才师母的那个法宝啊，现在变成什么？变成第一个。
刚才有同们说他的小提包找不到，在那个龙变中找不到，请大家注意一下，不是你吃东西不要拿，不要在庙里犯偷盗戒，请大家一定注意，不是自己的东西，不管是多小都不要拿，你拿了就是犯了5大戒的偷盗戒。好，谢谢大家。
够啊？不够是吗？
你今天要不要签书？
莲花
带2本书啊？啊，你有，我有啊。
莲花种子
在台湾订的。
第5就是莲花生大士，牧师修。
你买了？我给那个买了一本，我把它要不了，我看你有，所以我。对呀，你要签我要勾名。
供养了没有？他咋了？
要不然就是那个签的。你说是谁？
那抱歉，这今天的我们前面的地方不够大家摆贡品。那下个礼拜我们会在前面门前会摆两个桌子，那大家就可以方便把你的不管是什么样的贡品都可以摆在那2个红色的长桌子上，一样得到诸佛菩萨的放光加持。不是说靠坛城经你就得到加持，不靠坛城就得不到加持，没有这样的事情哈。
你跟他过去啊？
好，我们就有几分钟就马上同修开始了。那大家请在自己的座位安静的持咒啊，准备迎接师尊的到来。
你喺市生信兩邊啊？同佢講我哋幾時播音樂嚟？啊，不是這個怎麼看？印不到啊。请大家记得在同修开始之前大家要记得将你们的手机调为震动或者关机。在同修开始时，雷藏是由指定的弘法人员及义工负责拍照、录影，非本庙指定人员，请勿自行拍照、录影。感谢大家的合作。阿弥陀佛大家应该都知道， 今年呢9月7号是有各级弘法人员以及各道场负责人教育研习暨联谊会。那么如果呢大家呢希望大家踊跃参加，现在呢中委会已经将这个表格印出来了，大家可以填写，填写完之后呢马上可以交给莲恩法师。莲恩法师戴眼镜了，莲恩法师站起来让大家认识一下，很庄严的法师，很年轻庄严的法师哈。大家填完之后就多多支持一下他。刚刚有法师问，如果网站报名的话就不需要再写了。那如果还没有在网站呢，你们有报名的话呢，那就要写，就要填写。各级弘法人员包括教授师、法师、讲师、助教，还有堂主，还有呢道场的负责人大家都可以参加的。希望大家踊跃护持。而且呢，这一次很特别，师尊会亲临跟大家开示，还有加持摩顶，大家一定要把握机会哦。大家如果呢尽早可以让中委会知道的话呢，他们会准备所有的东西比较容易，之前呢就可以准备好给大家了。而且呢，在一次一次的联谊会当中呢，希望大家给予宝贵的意见。那这样子呢，每一次的课程呢都会呢改善，然后呢这样子才可以利益到宗派。所以谢谢大家大家记得要踊跃参加哦。今天呢，我们呢念的高王经呢是完整版的，完整版。如果大家手上没有高王经的话呢，大家可以举一下手，让我们知道，我们可以马上传给你们。请大家跪下。师尊、师母莅临时，我们一起齐声问候：师尊好，师母好，及大家好。我们一起齐声问候：师尊好，师母好，大家好。
大师。
恭请圣尊升法王座。请师母上座，请各位上师上座，请教授师法师上座，请讲师助教贵宾同们善信大德就座。今天晚上的西雅图雷藏寺是天堂，是净土，所有弟子们的心情是极乐的。酝酿了半年的想念，我们要大声的喊出：师尊、师母，我们好想、好想、好想念你们哦！今晚的第一次同修，我们真的要好好的感谢西雅图的好空气，没有乌烟瘴气的天空。师尊师母一定会更健康的。现在就让我们一起来告诉师尊师母，我们有多么多么的爱你们。1、2、3，师尊师母 ，I stay。让我们再以最热情的掌声和欢呼声，再次欢迎师尊师母回家。我们雷藏寺往常的惯例，会请第一次来或很久没有参加同修的同门站起来，自我介绍您的法号和来自的国家及道场。但是呢，因为今天几乎每一位都是第一次来或很久没有来的同门，所以呢，我请团体一起站起来。那我讲到哪一个国家或者哪一个道场，你们就集体站起来，好不好？那我们先从龙边开始。来自美国尊圣雷藏寺的
From Ushna Wijaya in Oakland, California.
讲师、助教还有同门。
上师。
来自美国伊吾雷藏寺。
From the Iru Temple
助教，还有四大妈，还有同门，来自美国云闪同修会，欢迎大家。来自巴拿马长虹雷藏寺及宝华同修会，
and from Panama
来自伦敦的同门，助教，伦敦。
From Hong Kong
来自台湾的同门
From Taiwan
来自香港的同门
From Hong Kong
来自新加坡的同门
From Singapore
来自加拿大的同门
From Canada
来自北京的同门
From Beijing, China.
来自中国的同门
From mainland China.
来自西雅图的同门
And from Seattle.
还有哪一些同门没有介绍到的？现在你们站起来。
Anybody else?
大家一都没有了。
好，
那我们也以热烈的掌声欢迎世界各地众上师、教授师、法师、贵宾同门善信大德前来参加同修。
Welcome to the participating masters, reference, and everybody from all over the world.
同修莲花
Thank
童
you
子
for
上
coming.
师相应法开始，拍掌弹指。
The group practice today is the lineage root guru.
观想真佛宗传承。南无大日如来，南无佛眼佛母，南无阿弥陀佛，南无莲花童子，南无莲生活佛。观想师尊与诸佛菩萨注定放光加持，持莲花童子心咒7遍：Om Guru 莲生 Siddhi Hum，Om Guru 莲生 Siddhi Hum，Om Guru 莲生 Siddhi Hum，Om Guru 莲生 Siddhi Hum。Om Guru 莲生 Siddhi Hum，Om Guru 莲生 Siddhi Hum，Om Guru 莲生 Siddhi Hum。念清净咒及安土地真言。Om 修利修利玛哈修利修修利梭哈。Om 修多利修多利修摩利修摩利梭哈。Om 瓦遮那当呵呵吽。 南无萨曼多摩多兰唵嘟噜嘟噜对为梭哈。念招请咒唵啊吽梭哈，唵啊吽梭哈，唵啊吽梭哈。众弟子一心奉请，南无宏观圣冕金刚上师莲生活佛，南无宏观圣冕金刚上师莲生活佛。 南无宏观圣冕金刚上师莲生活佛，同修主尊，南无莲花童子，同修主尊，南无莲花童子，同修主尊，南无莲花童子，南无中央毗卢遮那佛，南无东方阿处佛，南无西方阿弥陀佛，南无南方宝生佛，南无北方不空成就佛。 南无本师释迦牟尼佛，南无药师佛，南无无极药师金木大天尊，南无地藏王菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无文殊师利菩萨，南无弥勒菩萨，南无金刚萨埵，南无莲华生大士，南无准提佛母，金刚护法空行诸天神众，十方三世一切佛。 一切菩萨摩诃萨，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜多。做观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛。唵啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印。二拜诸菩萨。唵啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印。 三拜诸护法金刚，唵啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印。四平等于其手。大曼达供养，手结供养手印，观想供品变化无量无边，布满虚空宇宙。 上供根本传承上师，历代传承祖师，祖尊莲花童子，十方三世一切佛，一切菩萨摩诃萨，众供龙天护法空行，下施六道众生，念供养赞及供养咒。 须弥四周并日月，化主珍宝供养佛，种种珍奇诸功德，消业速速正无比。唵萨哇达他嘎达伊达姆，咕噜啦啦面扎啦康里里耶达耶米，唵啊吽。做四皈依观想。
Fourfold refuge visualize our lineage root guru. All the lineage gurus, Buddha jewel, Dhamma jewel, and Sangha jewel to form bright white light to empower us. We set the mantra. Karma protection. Form Vajra Club's mudra. Recite Vajrapani mantra 7 times. We say Hiking Guan Yin Sutra.
观世音菩萨，南无佛，南无法，南无僧，佛有缘，佛法相应，常乐我净，有缘佛法。南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是大神咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是大明咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是无上咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜是无等等咒。南无净光秘密佛，法藏佛，狮子后神足幽王佛，佛告须弥灯王佛，保护佛，金刚掌狮子游戏佛，宝胜佛，神通佛，药师琉璃光王佛，普光功德山王佛，善住功德宝王佛，过去七佛，未来显阶千佛，千无百佛，万无千佛。500花胜佛，100亿金刚藏佛，定光佛，六方六佛名号，东方宝光月殿月妙尊音王佛，南方树根花王佛，西方照王神通烟花王佛，北方月殿清净佛，上方无数精进保守佛，下方善济月音王佛，无量诸佛，多宝佛，释迦牟尼佛。弥勒佛、阿处佛、弥陀佛，中央一切众生，在佛世界中者，行住于地上，即在虚空中，慈忧于一切众生，各令安稳休息，昼夜修持，经常求诵此经，能灭生死苦，消除诸毒害。南无大明观世音，光明观世音，高明观世音，开明观世音，药王菩萨，药上菩萨，文殊师利菩萨，普贤菩萨，虚空藏菩萨，地藏王菩萨，清凉宝山一万菩萨，普光王如来化身菩萨，连连诵此经，悉我世尊，即说昼夜，离婆离婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，离呵那地，毗梨梨地。真名称地受下，离婆离婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，离呵那地，毗梨梨地，摩诃迦地，真名称地受下，离婆离婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，离呵那地，毗梨梨地，摩诃迦地，真名称地受下，离婆离婆地，求呵求呵地。陀罗尼地，离呵那地，毗梨梨地，摩诃迦地，真名称地受下，离婆离婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，离呵那地，毗梨梨地，摩诃迦地，真名称地受下，离婆离婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，离呵那地，毗梨梨地，摩诃迦地。真名称地受下，离婆离婆地，求呵求呵地，陀罗尼地，离呵那地，毗梨梨地，摩诃迦地，真名称地受下。十方观世音，一切诸菩萨，誓愿救众生，称名悉解脱。若有智慧者，殷勤为解说，但是有因缘，读诵口不错。诵经满千遍，念念心不绝，火焰不能烧，刀兵力摧折，贿赂生欢喜，死者变成活。莫言此事虚，诸佛不忘说，高往观世音，能救助苦厄，临为急难中，死者变成活。诸佛语不虚，是故应顶礼。持诵满千遍，众罪皆消灭。后福坚信者，专攻受持经，念8大菩萨名号：南无观世音菩萨摩诃萨，南无弥勒菩萨摩诃萨，南无虚空藏菩萨摩诃萨，南无普贤菩萨摩诃萨。
This is the chanting of the 8 great bodhisattvas toward the ending part of the Hiking Guan Yin Sutra.
念7遍往生咒。南无阿弥陀佛耶，哆他伽多耶。
Deliverance mantra 7 times.
阿弥尼多婆毗，阿弥尼多舍当婆毗，阿弥尼多毗伽蓝帝，阿弥尼多毗伽蓝多，伽弥尼伽伽那，จิตโต伽尼โสหะ。南无阿弥陀佛耶，哆他伽多耶，哆得呀他，阿弥尼多婆毗，阿弥尼多舍当婆毗，阿弥尼多毗伽蓝帝，阿弥尼多毗伽蓝多，伽弥尼伽伽那，จิตโต伽尼โสหะ。南无阿弥陀佛耶，哆他伽多耶，哆得呀他，阿弥尼多婆毗，阿弥尼多舍当婆毗，阿弥尼多毗伽蓝帝，阿弥尼多毗伽蓝多，伽弥尼伽伽那，จิตโต伽尼โสหะ。南无阿弥陀佛耶，哆他伽多耶，哆得呀他，阿弥尼多婆毗，阿弥尼多舍当婆毗，阿弥尼多毗伽蓝帝，阿弥尼多毗伽蓝多，伽弥尼伽伽那，จิตโต伽尼โสหะ。南无阿弥陀佛耶，哆他伽多耶，哆得呀他，阿弥尼多婆毗，阿弥尼多舍当婆毗，阿弥尼多毗伽蓝帝，阿弥尼多毗伽蓝多，伽弥尼伽伽那，จิตโต伽尼โสหะ。南无阿弥陀佛耶，哆他伽多耶，哆得呀他，阿弥尼多婆毗，阿弥尼多舍当婆毗，阿弥尼多毗伽蓝帝，阿弥尼多毗伽蓝多，伽弥尼伽伽那，จิตโต伽尼โสหะ。南无阿弥陀佛耶，哆他伽多耶，哆得呀他，阿弥尼多婆毗，阿弥尼多舍当婆毗，阿弥尼多毗伽蓝帝，阿弥尼多毗伽蓝多，伽弥尼伽伽那，จิตโต伽尼โสหะ。手结莲花童子手印，右手说法印，左手
Form Padmakumara Mudra.
先观空。
The right hand, the Dharma teaching mudra, and the left hand is the holding lotus mudra. Recite the mantra to visualize the void.
Om Sopava Sutta Sawata Ma Sopava Sutto Ham. Om Sopava Sutta Sawata Ma Sopava Sutto Ham. 观想各湖。
Visualize a serene lake,
湖的中央现出
and at the center of the lake there is a tall mountain.
一莲花座，
At the top of the mountain there's a lotus
莲
throne.
花座上有一个
On top of it there is a Hum sit syllable
控字旋转，
devolving
化为根本
to become our lineage root guru,
花童子，
the
站立于
white Mahapadmakumara, standing on top of the lotus
圆
throne.
满如佛。天衣
He looks
飘动
very majestic and
身放
beautiful,
百宝光明，
wearing celestial garment radiating the precious divine light.
帮助佛。在
And
左
above
边
him
有一
there's
切菩萨圣
all
贤，
the Buddhas, and on the left there are all the Bodhisattvas and the holy sages.
历代祖师又层层的围绕着在法，
And the lineage gurus are around him,
诸王及鬼神护法，
and also all the protectors.
天心部位，嗡梵字，放出一道
Visualize at his brow point there's an Om sit syllable radiating a bright white light
这是
shining upon our brow point. This is the light of the mirror-like wisdom
化为无形，
to transform the five aggregates and the eighth consciousness to become nothingness.
放射一道
And from the Guru's throat chakra there's a Ah sit syllable radiating a bright red light shining upon our throat chakra
变为
to transform all greed and desire to become nothing.
吽梵字，
This is the light of the great wisdom. And from the Guru's heart chakra there's Hum sit syllable radiating a bright blue light shining upon our heart chakra to subjugate our ignorance and foolishness. Then visualize the root guru and the 3 jewels radiating the 5 rainbow-colored lights upon our whole body to eradicate all karma and obscurations since beginningless time and transforming it into black smoke that is expelled through the skin pores that dissipate in the air. Then our bodies become transparent and at peace and at ease.
莲花童子心咒108遍，先做持念珠观想。
You said the Guru Mantra 108 times.
Om Guru Lien Sheng Siddhi Hom. 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 Om Guru
Perform 9 cycle Buddha breathing, enter into samadhi. Recite the mantras of the episcopal descending Ken Buddha Amitabha. Merit dedication. May all uphold the Buddha, ascend with the rank of utmost bliss, leaping forth for Jana cities from above, aiding those in the 3 realms below. Upon seeing the Buddha, may we transcend life and death. Like the Buddha, may we live to all. Your disciples, dedicate the merit of this good practice to our lineage Guru. May you stay healthy, live a long life with self-mastery, continue to stay in samsara to turn the Dharma wheel. Inviting His Holiness to perform the overall merit dedication. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Padmakumara of the Maha Twin Lotus Ponds. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Padmakumara of the Maha Twin Lotus Ponds. We pray to Padmakumara to bless all participants and the registered Bardo spirits to be reborn into the pure land of Maha Twin Lotus Ponds. We pray to Padmakumara to radiate bright light and bless all participants. So that all karmic sicknesses be eradicated, all karma be eradicated, wisdom enhanced, our merits increased, our good fortunes enhanced. We pray to Padmakumara to bless us. The June 30th ceremony organized by the Ushina Vijaya Temple in Oakland, California. The Lord Tian Da Jiao, the great Bardo deliverance ceremony, can proceed smoothly and perfectly. We pray that you bless us with increased good fortune, enhanced wisdom, and with harmony, love, and respect. And please bless us so that all of us can gain good health, all wishes fulfilled, all calamities transformed into auspiciousness, and with strong commitment in our spiritual cultivation. May we be endowed with auspiciousness during the day, auspiciousness at night, auspiciousness around the clock. And may those amidst this auspiciousness pray for the blessings by the root guru. Pray for the absorption by the yidams. And pray to be protected and accompanied by our protectors. May auspiciousness stay with us forever. And may all true Buddha disciples are able to attain peace, health, happiness in their spiritual cultivation, their spiritual realm can improve. May they gain enlightenment through their spiritual cultivation. May they benefit from their Dharma practice in their spiritual cultivation. May they emit radiance in their spiritual cultivation. May they improve their fruitions in their spiritual cultivation. May they beautify the Buddha lands through their spiritual cultivation. We pray to the Padmakumara of the Maha Twin Lotus Ponds. That's holding the yidams, Amitabha, Tathagata, Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, Mahastama Prapta Bodhisattva, and all the emanated bodhisattvas that's showered by the Buddha light can be filled with the Dharma milk. To the gods of heavens, gods on earth, may we be far from all calamities, may all calamities abandon us. Let all disasters turn into dust. May all karma disappear. May all enemies and enmities vanish. May all obstructions vanish. Hundred syllable mantra 3 times. Yes.
Ha 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 ban kha wen sa wa ta tha ka ta pe za ma mi men cha pe za pa wa ma ha samaya sa to a hom pe om pe za sa to samaya ma ru pa na ya pe za sa to te ru pa ri cha ze zo me pa wa su to kha yu me pa wa su phu kha yu me pa wa anuratto me pa wa sa wa si ti me po ra ya cha sa wa ga ma su za me ji ta mo si li ren gu ru hom ha 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 he ban kha wen sa wa ta tha ka ta pe za ma mi men cha pe zi pa wa ma ha samaya sa to a hom pe om pe za sa to samaya ma ru pa na ya pe za sa to te ru pa di cha zi zo me pa wa su to ka yu me pa wa su phu ka yu me pa wa anuratto me pa wa sa wa si ti me pu ra ya cha sa wa ga ma su za me ji ta mo si li ren gu ru hom ha 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 he ban kha wen sa wa ta tha ka ta pe za ma mi men cha pe zi pa wa ma ha samaya sa to a hom pe
Great Home is choosing visualization, first rooted Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize the position of the ground, to listen. Second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize the position of the ground, to listen. Third to all Herukas and Dharma protectors. Visualize the position of the ground, to listen. Fourth path. Recite completion mantra. Now, let's give a huge round of applause to show our gratitude to our lineage Guru for blessing this group practice. But first, we would like to invite the Vice President of the Seattle Temple, Master Lian Wang, to represent all of us to say a few words from the depth of our hearts. To our lineage Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Shan, Grandmaster Simu, our distinguished guests, our Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, everybody, Amitabha. Today, finally, our longings have been fulfilled. Grandmaster Lu and Mrs. Lu have come back here. Are you happy? Yes. Are you really happy? Yes. So Grandmaster and Mrs. Lu, we really miss you. We long for you. Because for a holy one to descend upon samsara is extremely rare indeed. Yet, in this lifetime, we are so fortunate to be able to meet our Guru. We are truly fortunate. The universe is made up of the spatial and time dimensions. In this limitless time, in this limitless space, amidst all the planetary systems, amidst all the sentient beings, we always cycle in the 6 rebirth realms. And yet in this lifetime, we are born on this earth, can become human beings, and can meet our lineage root Guru at this right time and space, to be able to listen to his Dharma teachings, to study the Buddha Dharma from him. So this must be the result of who knows how much incense that we have burned, how many recitations of Buddha's epithets, sutras, and mantras that we have chanted. How truly fortunate we are. This is something that cannot be encountered in kalpas and eons. Our Guru is a remarkable sage. He brought news from the Buddha lands. And from then on, we know that the sky is not just the sky. There are realms of the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Prateka Buddhas, Shravakas, and the heavenly realms. And the earth is no longer pure earth, but there are also realms of the miserable hells, hungry ghosts, and animal realms. Our Guru is a truly remarkable sage. He attained Buddhahood in this very body, in this very lifetime. He gives Dharma teaching and teaches by words and examples to always do good, avoid evils, to serve the society and the country, and to purify our minds and our spirits so that we can rise to the Buddha lands and have attainments through our spiritual practice. So let us now applaud loudly to show our most innocent feelings and our most heartfelt wish to have Grandmaster and Mrs. Lu to stay in Seattle. May Grandmaster and Mrs. Lu be healthy, free from cares. May the Dharma wheel incessantly turn, and may all be auspicious. We are very grateful to the Vice President of the Seattle Temple, Vajra Master Lian Wang, to express our feelings, our longings, and our deepest gratitude to our lineage Guru, His Holiness the Buddha Rinchen. And now we would like to invite the mother of True Buddha School, who works the hardest and the greatest, to please say a few words. Grandmaster, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, all the Dharma propagators, all the disciples from all over the world and over the webcast, and our distinguished guest, Ambassador Daniel Liao and Madam. Good evening, everyone. Just now, we heard the Vice President of Seattle, Master Lien Wang, said that very, very happy to see Grandmaster and Mrs. Liu coming back to Seattle. And you know what? I'm even happier than you are. The reason is because that we don't have to breathe in the toxic air, the PM 2.5 in Taiwan. It's really very smoggy there. You can see the hills and the mountains or the trees. Every day we have to breathe in the PM 2.5 and to bring it into our lungs. And it would be very harmful. So I'm still allergic to it even until now. So that's why my voice is like this. That's abnormal. So Grandmaster and I had to breathe this PM 2.5 from Taiwan, and we were harmed deeply by it. Now you wish us to stay here in Seattle? And what I like to tell Grandmaster is, let's stop going to Taiwan. Because the MC didn't want to say it directly, but I say it for them. You know, they wanted to say, please don't go back to Taiwan, because the air there is filled with toxic dust that can harm our lungs, and our voices have been affected. Now we are truly allergic. I had difficulty breathing for a period of time. I wanted to come back. So I'm even happier than you are to be back here. Really happy to be back here in Seattle. And the air is clear as far as we can see. The trees are fresh and green. And the breathing is so fresh. Only coming back here, I remember that Seattle is truly wonderful and beautiful. So, Grandmaster, if you want to continue to breathe in that PM 2.5, sorry, I'm going to stay here. I'm not going there. This is for real. You know, my Chinese zodiac is an ox. So this ox has worked in the farm for many years. And my limbs now are not flexible anymore. So I have made it known in Taiwan that I wanted to be in maintenance and in repair. But the best place for it would be in Seattle. So sometimes maybe you don't see me here at the group practice or at the Rainbow Villa or at dinners. That's because this old ox, this resting, doesn't work anymore. Because as you age, you know, I would need more time to rest, to recuperate. I don't want to drop dead as I'm working. You know, that I need some time to my myself so that I can walk longer. So I need some time to rest. And because of this, I want to tell that tomorrow I will not attend the ceremony because tomorrow is Mother's Day. So in Asia, now it's Mother's Day. So here I would like to wish all the mothers a happy Mother's Day. May you be healthy. May you be diligent in your spiritual cultivation. That may you be able to go to the pure realm that you wish for, receive the lineage blessings, and to have attainments soon. And I hope all the mothers of the world are healthy, happy, and beautiful. So why do I want to take a day off tomorrow? Because my in-laws and these parents have not dined together with us for a long time. Because we haven't dined together for 10 years, so we cannot say no. And for Jing moved to a new house. And then my children and grandchildren want to celebrate Mother's Day with me, this old mother. At first I thought I should follow Grandmaster for the Dharma work. But I thought too that the Dharma is not apart from the everyday's life. So I should give some time to my kids too and grandkids. And as they met us at the airport the other day, and then Grandmaster, both hands are holding kids of other people, and then I asked my grandchildren, how come you're not holding your grandpa's hands? And they said, oh, because so many people want to hold grandpa's hands, so we just let them. So because of that. And they said that my grandpa is being taken by other kids. In Taiwan, there are lots of children. They were trained well by their moms. They know what to say, taught by their moms. Grandmaster, you're the most handsome. You've worked hard. You are the greatest. They speak really well. They're quite good. So the other day I told Grandmaster, I hope my throat is not doing so well. Can you hear clearly? So Grandmaster told me a short story. There was a little bird that saw a hunter hunting. And the little bird told the hunter, please, you know, the most beautiful birds are my kids. Please don't kill them. And the hunter said, oh, okay. Then I will just kill the ugliest ones. So he killed a few ugliest birds. And when the mom saw those, she cried out loudly. All those birds are my kids. But the hunter asked, didn't you say the beautiful ones are your kids, are your children? But I killed this one's ugly. How could they be your kids? So Grandmaster told me the story, but it made me think that in a mother's heart, her children are all beautiful and handsome. It doesn't matter whether they're good children or not. They're all treasures to the mother. As a mom, you will not discriminate the ugly ones from the beautiful ones. In a mom's heart, they're all beautiful. Whether they're obedient or not, they're all treasures to the mom. They're all precious. So that's a special love that's given to woman, which is the love of a mother. So as spiritual cultivators, we should be filial to our parents, to be grateful to our parents, to cherish our parents, and moreover, we should cherish even more so to our lineage and to our grandmaster's love, teaching how to cultivate spiritually, to always bestow merits, good fortunes, and wisdom continually. So on this Mother's Day, I would like to express my gratitude to the great mothers and to the hardworking fathers and to the gurus who bestow wisdom lives to us, and to be grateful to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. We are truly grateful to the most loving and gentle mother, Simu. Our love is without distance. So I hope that Grandmaster and Mrs. Liu are healthy and happy. So I hope that Grandmaster and Mrs. Liu can live here in Seattle with the good, fresh and clean air. And here we also would like to wish Simu a happy Mother's Day. We always love you and Grandmaster. And prior to the precious Dharma teaching of Grandmaster that we all anticipate greatly, we have the ritual for the Dharma invitation. This is the Dharma invitation by the Ushina Vijaya Temple of Oakland, California. Please join your palms with great reverence. The black-faced golden mother can destroy the harms of the gurus, and the Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva with the greatest vows, and the Luo Tian Da Jiao that can guard to deliver all the spirits and the Pure Land Trinities that can guide them to the Pure Lands. Please now bow. We invite our lineage root Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lianshan, on June 30th, 2018, to preside over the grand Bardo deliverance ceremony of Siddhigarbha, the Tamang San Luo Tian Da Jiao, and the black-faced golden mother and the Pure Land Trinity grand ceremony. Now the abbot of the Ushina Vijaya Temple of Oakland presented the offering of a golden Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva to the lineage root Guru with the greatest vow to always deliver sentient beings under hell's entry. And the Reverend Lien Su present the offering of the Dharma crown, that the Dharma crown would shine radiant light to tremble heaven and earth, and to subjugate and to Bardo deliver. And the Dharma sister Jiang The Dharma assistant Jiang presented the offering of the Vajrabella and scepter to subjugate throughout the Dharma realms. And from the Yunsan chapter, Reverend Lian Yang presented the offering of the statue of Padmakumara. That's Padmakumara is the lineage of true Buddha school, delivering sentient beings and forsaking himself. And the Dharma assistant from the Iru temple presented the offering of a statue of Guru Padmasambhava to the lineage of Buddha. The ocean-born Vajra is the patriarch of the tantric store. The Vajra can subdue all demons and to eradicate all evil. And the rep from the Vijaya temple presented the offering of flower bouquet to Simu, wishing Simu always be youthful, happy and beautiful, and also to wish her a happy Mother's Day. Please pay homage to the lineage of Guru. So the Dharma invitation ritual by the Ushina Vijaya Temple of Oakland, California has now been completed. Now for a photo session.
请大家恭敬合掌。现在是拍合照。谢谢。接下来，请大家一起虔诚恭敬合掌。
Now let us all join our palms with great reverence, and together we are inviting our lineage Guru to bestow the precious Buddha Dharma teachings. First, let's pay homage to the lineage gurus, homage to the Venerable Mang Liao Ming, homage to Master Sakya Tsongkhom, homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa, and homage to Master Duptan Darji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar, and homage to the main deity of the group practice today, Padmakumara of the Mahatwin Lotus Ponds. So, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, all disciples present here and over the internet, and all participating VIPs today are the rep from Taipei to Sweden and Norway, Ambassador Daniel Liao and Madam, Dharma Sister Judy. Ambassador Liao had to return to Sweden tomorrow. So wish you have a good trip, that your work and your Dharma practice will go smoothly. And the accountant to True Buddha School, Dharma Sister Teresa. Dr. Ryan Zong. And there are many distinguished guests who did not register themselves. It's not because of time. So if you have business or positions in society, of course you're all our VIPs. Our newcomers are also our VIPs, and all disciples are actually our VIPs. Just now, the MC said, when they called on the Yunsan chapter, now has become the temple. So it should be Yunsan Leizang Temple. So it is a Yunsan Leizang Temple now. As I got on this Dharma throne, and the smoke blown to me, so I choked and coughed, but that was not cold. So I'm very sensitive now to the air. Because in Taiwan, I continued to cough. I coughed continuously in Taiwan, but got better here as I came back. But when the smoke got into me, then I still feel sensitive. But you should not, because of this, you should not prohibit incense smoke. Should not be like that. Because I was suffering from allergy severely in Taiwan. I had asthma. I could hardly breathe. But upon return here, my asthma has gotten better. But I am still sensitive to the smoke. So that's why I cough a little bit. And it's not because of cold. Otherwise, as soon as I cough in the camera, then everybody would send me cough medicine that I can open a pharmacy. So good evening, everybody. How do you do? Because we have many disciples from Panama. So today, let me first talk about this Siddhigarba Bodhisattva's Grand Bardo Deliverance Ceremony, Luo Tian Da Jiao, and Da Meng San Qi Si. So Luo Tian Da Jiao is typically performed by the Taoist. As I said before, there's the Sanjin patriarchs, that would be one altar. At the center, there would be Taisang Lao Jun, or the Yuan Si Tian Zun. Yuan Si Tian Zun, Taisang Lao Jun, and Ling Bao Tian Zun. These are called the Sanqin. Sanqin, Yiqin, and Taiqin. So they are called the Sanqin patriarchs. And they are actually not the greatest. Above them, there's Hong Jun Lao Zu. And that would be the most revered. That would be one altar in Taoism. And then next is for the Jade Emperor, Yu Huang Dadi, an altar. And then an altar for Golden Mother. And an altar for the Sangguan Dadi. So they are the Tian, Sui, and Di, San Yuan San Ping. So for the heaven, earth, and water, the Sangguan emperors, one altar for them. And then Domu, the Big Dipper, she's in charge of all the planetary systems, the North Dipper, the South Dipper, the 28 planetary systems, all managed by Domu, which is Mariji Bodhisattva. And the sixth altar is for Tai Yi Zhenren, a special altar for it. And seventh are all the sages, include all the sages. So there would be a total of 7 altars. And for Buddhists to perform the Luo Tian Da Jiao, there would be the Da Meng San Si Si, which is the offerings of the Tamang mountain, and that belongs to the Tantric Buddhism. And we should also prepare 7 altars. So here I would like to explain. Let me think about it. The first one, the altar for the Adharma Buddha, the highest one. And then for the 5 Dhyani Buddhas, Adharma Buddha and 5 Dhyani Buddhas, and all the Buddhas, one altar. And then the 8 great Bodhisattvas, like recited in Hiking Sutra, that's the altar for the Bodhisattvas, the second altar. So the 8 great Bodhisattvas and all the Bodhisattvas. And then Pratika Buddhas and Savarkas and Arhats is one altar. 16 Arhats and Pratika Buddhas are in one altar. So now 3 altars. And then the heavenly realm of no form, the heavenly realm of form, and the heavenly realm of desire, each are one altar. And the last one is Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva and all the officers of the netherworld. So it's like the Ui Dati. And then all the messengers and the Yama kings of the hells, and then all the kings of ghosts of Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, and all the city gods and earth gods under Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva. So now a total of 7 altars. And for all the ghosts would be at the altar for the Bardo deliverance, which includes for the deliverance placard. One is for the deliverance placard, and the other one is for the longevity placard. That's one altar. And all the ghosts will be on that altar. And for each of the altars, there should be the burnt face king of ghosts. On each of the altars, there should also be the burnt face king of ghosts. And the altars of Taoism, like the patriarchs and the sages, should be placed where? Should be placed at the heavenly realm of desire altar. So the heavenly realm of desire and all the sages of Taoism would be on that altar, the realm of desire. So now, my explanation for the 7 altars should be noted by Master Lianzong, and you should set up these altars. And we should also erect for the black face triangular decree flag or banner. It's called the He Mian Ling Qi Zu, the black face decree banner. It is unrestricted. Anyone, all the spirits seeing the black banner can be invited for the Bardo deliverance. And most importantly would be on the invocation. It has to be done by Grand Master, by the decree of the Tathagata and Buddha, of Golden Mother. Did I say the altar of Golden Mother? Yes. And also by the decree of Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva. By these 3 degrees, I invoke Luo Tian, meaning the 3 heavenly realms, and all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to descend. And then also all the spirits and the ghosts from hells and the 3 lower realms, and also the wandering souls and spirits, they all can come. And they all typically would recite on the deliverance placard. So all the ghosts would be residing on the skin pores of Grandmaster's body. This is a crucial invocation for the ceremony. They all will reside on my skin pores. So I have to open the holes first on my body in order for the ghosts to come in. And recently, I have 2 holes on my body, and there are ghosts already residing there. So I had to break the hole. Sumo said, how come there's a hole on your feet, one in Taiwan, one in Seattle? And last night, when I took a look, there happened to be a pair of eyes. So this is the opening for all the ghosts to come into my body through those pair of eyes. Right? You said it happened to be a pair of eyes at the bottom of my feet. And they will reside on my skin pores. So most importantly, on the invocation first, I would use the 3 degrees to invoke all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Arhats, Prateka Buddhas, and the 3 heavenly realms. And then I would break open the gates to hell's hungry ghosts and animal realms and Asura realms to invoke all of them. Luo Tian meaning universal, inclusive of all. And also the ghosts in the human realm, like the ghosts at the ghost temples, they all will come. And then they would stay at my skin pores. So then I have to make offerings to them. I have to continually transform offerings for them. Flowers, incense, lamb, tea, fruits, mounds of rice, sweet nectar. So please remember to prepare this on my Dharma table. So the mounds of rice, you should put grains of rice on a bowl, like a little mound or mountain. And also sweet nectar, prepare some water for it. That would transform into sweet nectar. So I would make offerings up above to the 4 sixthly realms and below to the 6 rebirth realms, to the all 10 Dharma realms. So to let them be fulfilled and content. And the third crucial point is I have to give Dharma teachings. In the invocation, there would be singing of the verses. Like all the yaksa of the 10 directions, which means that all the temples, all the churches, all the holy places on earth would be all invoked. All the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Ca, meaning temples or holy temples or places of all 10 directions. I have to. So I have to sing it this way. And then the willow branch and the purifying water. And there's also the chant for the burnt-faced king of ghosts. And also the black banners, decree. And then the praise for the nether world, for the ghost. We will sing for the ghost too. Like all the poor and the miserable. And most importantly, right, at the Golden Mother altar, we can also enshrine the Sanqing Zusi, the 3 patriarchs, the 3 Qing patriarchs, and also Hong Zhi Lao Ju. So all the Taoist sages or patriarchs can be enshrined at the Golden Mother altar and not at the heavenly realm of desire. So instead, at the Golden Mother altar. It can include Jade Emperor too. So if you have Taoist statues, then you can enshrine them at the Golden Mother altar. So Golden Mother and all sages can be enshrined at the Golden Mother altar. And then after the great offering of the Meng Sun or Mount Meng, then I would give Dharma teaching by Grammy. And the most important meaning is to invite all the ghosts and spirits to follow the Buddhist teaching, to always do good, to avoid all evils, and to purify our minds. So to explain Buddha Dharma to them, and then to let all the ghosts and spirits to take refuge, the threefold refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. And afterwards, to let them abide by the 5 precepts, to make vows, to abide by the 5 precepts. Any of the ghosts and spirits that come, not to kill, steal, lie, adulterate, and intoxicate it. And then to purify them. So it's like performing repurification for all the ghosts and spirits that come. By the power of the mantra or sutra recitations by everybody, like the chanting of the Diamond Sutra, the Prajna Sutra. There's a huge sutra. How many times? But Diamond Sutra, a certain number. Prajna Sutra, Diamond Sutra, Heart Sutra, Gawang, Guan Yin Sutra, certain number of recitations, by the power of these sutras to Bardo deliver them. And also by the power of the 4 sagely realms, and by the power of Golden Mother to Bardo deliver them, and by the power of Siddhika Bodhisattva to Bardo deliver them. And also by the power of all the holy sages and saints to Bardo deliver them, and also by the power of the mantras to Bardo deliver them. And in the so also in the Siddhika Deliverance Yoga, we also have to invoke the 7 Tathagatas. I think 这个剃掉。Okay. No. So we have to be able to invoke all of them. And then by this power, let them take refuge in the 3 jewels, to abide by the 5 precepts, to cultivate spiritually, and not to harm any other sentient beings. So this what we have to do most importantly. So the power of sutra and mantra recitations have to be calculated. So how many recitations of Prajna Paramita Sutra, Diamond Sutra, Heart Sutra, Hiking Sutra, Siddhigarbha Sutra, all together. And then we also have to burn the Luo Tian Sutra, the Universal Heaven Sutra. I mean, spirit money, a very special spirit money. Only on that day we will burn it. And together with the mantra and sutra recitations and the prayer would be burned together. Then that would be complete and perfect. So this is the Taoist Luo Tian Da Jiao, or the Buddhist great mountain offerings. So that's my explanation. For the invocation, we need to use the thunder-stricken wood. If this is it, we have to write using black ink. Lei Ling, the thunder decree, the decree of the thunder. So with one strike, then the whole sky would be thunderous. There would be thunderous in heaven and on earth, and all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas will hear it. It's like the sound of thunder, which is the same lei of the Leizhang temple, the thunderstorm temple. So the sound of thunder can be heard throughout 10 directions. So with the strike of the thunder-stricken wood, then all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas would come. All the kings of the ghosts would come. And all the kings of ghosts in the Siddhigarbha Sutra will come. That would be incredible. And all the ghosts and spirits will be controlled and managed by these kings of ghosts. And the most important one, there would be the burnt-faced king of ghosts. And there are 10 of them. Up, down, and 8 directions. For a total of 10 directions. Up, infinite up, and infinite down, and 8 directions. Altogether 10 directions. So there would be 10 burnt-faced kings of ghosts. And they're in charge of the netherworld, the come and the go of the spirits. And in the future, also the burnt-faced kings of ghosts will send them off upon completion. So after offerings, Dharma teachings, refuge, and precepts of making vows, then they all would be sent off, sent back off. So this is the Luo Tian Da Jiao, and also the Tamang San offering, or the Taoist Grand by Deliverance, or in Buddhism, that would be the Tamang San Sisi. Now, with this explanation, you're all very clear about it. So today we practice Padmakumara. But let me first share a joke. This evening, as I entered into the cafeteria, there was a little girl from California. Where is she now? Oh, you're wearing yellow. It's easy to see. And she told me, "Grandmaster, I'm pregnant." And I thought of a joke. "Oh, you're pregnant? Why did you tell me?" It's not even mine. You told me, so I was shocked. But that's not mine. Now, please be seated. So this made me think of a joke. On a public transport, there was a lady that got on the bus, standing in front of a young man. And she told the young man, "Sir, hey young man, I'm pregnant." And that young man looking at her and said, "No, it's not mine." Well, of course not. What she meant is that, hey, I'm pregnant, so can you please let me sit? It's not so good to be standing on the bus, so she wanted to sit. But that young man misunderstood her. So I misunderstood you too earlier. Just a joke, just joking. You shouldn't tell me, Grandmaster, I'm pregnant. So what would people think when they heard it? That would be very scary. Because Grandmaster is a true non-leaking sage. Grandmaster is a Vajra non-leaking sage. It's not because I'm old that I don't leak, but I've been non-leaking ever since I was young. The money fell. Please. So please keep it for me. So Padmakumara, very simple. So Padmakumara was emanated by Amitabha. And Padmakumara was also called emanated youth. That's why I have spoken this verse. The lotus youth met the golden sage. The showers of flowers from the sky, left and right. Above the clouds. The marvelous sound was heard beyond the clouds and talking about the bliss above the heavenly bliss. So this verse, this rhyme was sung by children during the Tang dynasty. This is just one of the verses that I remember. The lotus youth met the golden sage. The flowers showered from the sky, left and right, and the marvelous sound heard above the clouds, talking about the bliss beyond the heavenly realms, which meant the Pure Land of Padmakumara is beyond the heavenly realms, the realm of desire, form, and no form. It's even better than the heavens. So the golden sage refers to like Sakyamuni Buddha, the universal golden sage. So all the Buddhas are also called the golden sage. So Amitabha Buddha is also referred as the golden sage. So Padmakumara has several special characteristics. They are very innocent. They are not vain. They are not faked. So the fake one is not Padmakumara. So as Buddhists, we should be innocent, naive and innocent, like children. There's no evil about them. They don't have bad thoughts. Innocent, no evil, and simple. Not complicated, not convoluted. Very pure and innocent. very earnest, sincere, emanated by Amitabha Buddha. Padmakumara loves to play. So, transcendental play, living very happily there at the Mahatrin Lotus Ponds. In one of my books, I did write the scene at the Mahatrin Lotus Ponds. I describe all about the Mahatrin Lotus Ponds, the food, the outfit, the abode, the pleasures, so things that correlate to the human world. I wrote about Mahatrin Lotus Ponds in this book, Wang Jun de Zhuzi, that has not been published yet. There are many articles about Mahatrin Lotus Ponds, and I wrote about the phenomena there, the description there. So after reading them, you would understand what Mahatrin Lotus Double Pond is about. Then you would know why is it of utmost bliss. So when eventually you go to the Mahatrin Lotus Ponds, you would know how the lotus youths are. One thing about the lotus youth is that they are never faking it. They would never faking it or lying. They are very pure and innocent, like a little kid. They will not cheat or trick people. That would be a true lotus youth. So anyone that lies or fakes things, then must be a fake lotus youth, must be an XX. It's very easy to differentiate. It's very easy. She told people all over the place that the PTT, the Puti temple, was her house, donated to the temple. But that was a complete lie. So would people from Vancouver believe in that? Will you believe it? Because that temple was bought by Grandmaster. And also the True Buddha building for the Lotus Light Charity Society was also built by Grandmaster, was paid by Grandmaster, and Grandmaster Saotong helped build it. And PTT Temple was an old church that was renovated to become a temple. And all the Vancouverites would know. But instead, she claimed that that was her house and donated to the temple. That's total ghost talk. Because that's all about talks. Just this one example is really far off. It's a huge lie. When I bought the PTT temple, we still have the contracts. We still have the ownership of that temple. We still have it. So the laws in Canada is about the same as United States. So the use for the religious use or for the church use It's about the same. You cannot change the residential house into a church. So how could you claim that your house becomes a church or temple? So we all know, right, in United States. So our Rainbow Villa now is also for church use or temple use. It's not a residential zoning. So that's why we could build the columbarium, the double lotus round for the columbarium. And in the future, I will live there. It's okay. And she also said that Grandmaster would die at 73. That Grandmaster would leave the world. But that's really lie. That's a lie. Because I'm about to celebrate my 74th birthday. But she has a glib tongue. A glib tongue. She can say, she can make up anything. And she could say something like, oh, but I saved Grandmaster and extend his lifespan. So when you said that Grandmaster was only live until 73, you should have added that or longer. You know, because she said that there's no need for you to get the repurification. Listen to this. Because eventually you all come back to me. Yeah, she said that 2 years later you will all come back here. And what she meant was that 2 years later that I would die and then all the disciples would go to her. So that's X, the rainy, oily mouth. You know, I thought when she mentioned about a house earth god waiting for her for 500 years was only at the Dharma Sister Lay. She visited this Dharma Sister's house and said that, hey, your house earth god had been waiting for me for 500 years. But this time in Taiwan, there was another disciple that said, hey, she also claimed that my house earth god had also been waiting for her for 500 years. And it turned out there were about 7 or 8 people who have their house earth god waiting for her for 500 years. What a coincidence. How could they recognize her? How could they know about 500 years later that there would be an XX that would come to that particular house? So the earth god would be even bigger than the Jade Emperor. No, then the earth god would not have been the house earth god. Everything has been waiting for 500 years. And then the fireflies of New Zealand have been waiting for her for 110,000 years. So if the fireflies could know to wait for 110,000 years, then they must have incredible transcendent power, because the fireflies could only live for 20 days. So they have to go generations after generations and to pass the words generations after generations that 110,000 years later, XX would come here. So those were all lies. One more. She saw a spider, and then she claimed that this spider is a brother from your past life. But hey, as the younger brother, you don't even recognize this spider as your brother from past life. So do you recognize the spider as a brother from a past life? Of course not. But the spider can recognize you as a brother from the past life. So the spider has great transcendental power. Then if you have such great power, why would you be a spider? You should have just flown to heavens instead. Why are you a spider then? So where's Xiao Ye? Dharma sister Xiao Ye? No, please be seated. She saw a turtle, and X told Xiao Ye is a brother from the past life. So it's the same version. This turtle is a brother from your past life, and you owe him gold bars. So give me your gold bars and I will return it to the turtle. So many lies like that, stories, ghastly stories like that. And a parrot was a grandma from Master Lianzi, of Master Lianzi's past life. And the crab is Dharma Sister's Rebecca's father from the past life. So anything, all kinds of animals, but similar stories. Almost gone mad hearing all this. There was a Dharma brother from Indonesia, and he wanted to break up with his girlfriend, and she said, I can do Homa for you. And XX wanted 160,000 US dollars for it. And he replied, but I'm just a student, how could I have 160,000 US dollars? And she said, this is already cheap for you. Do you know how much you owned your girlfriend from in the past life? 4 million US dollars. So now, with 160,000 US dollars, you can erase your debt. That's really too easy for you. Have it cheap for you. Oh, jeez. I cannot say more about it because time is almost up. So here it talks about the 3 pre-practices in Lamdre. So the first dharma of the pre-practice is for me to attain Buddhahood to benefit all sentient beings. This is the practice of bodhicitta. And the second dharma is to practice the placement of Guru on top of the tip of the head. That's called the pig gate, and to generate strong, pure faith towards him. This is the root Guru Yoga. And the third dharma is to practice the protection wheel by chanting Hom. The 9 postures of quiet sitting is the pre-practice of all quiet contemplation. So the pre-practice is the spiritual cultivation of Lamdre. In order to attain Buddhahood, you need to have bodhicitta. You have to generate bodhicitta in order to attain Buddhahood. So the first dharma of the beginning part of a practice is bodhicitta. And the second dharma is to place the Guru on top of our head and generate strong, pure faith towards him. That's the root Guru Yoga. And the third dharma is the protection wheel by chanting Hom. And the 9 postures of the quiet sitting is the beginning part of the practice for all quiet contemplation. And this quiet contemplation is the same as meditation. So by practicing the root Guru Yoga, you can be in union with Yidam. That the Yidam and the root Guru are completely the same and the same. And only then there would be pure faith. So you need to visualize the root Guru and the Yidam entering into the root Guru. And this is the practice of the union of the root Guru and the Yidam. So the root Guru should generate pure faith also. So the 6 preliminary practices are the 4-fold refuge, the great offering, the great mandala offering, the great prostrations, the 4 immeasurables. That's the 4 preliminary practices. And then on top of that, the generation of bodhicitta would be the 5th, and the root Guru Yoga, for a total of the 6 preliminary practices. And we practice the 4 preliminary practices, and then the bodhicitta and the root Guru Yoga are moved into the main practice and the other practices. So the root Guru Yoga is very important. Without pure faith toward the root Guru, you cannot accomplish anything in your Dharma practice. So if you don't have pure faith towards your root Guru, then you break your lineage. You don't have the lineage anymore. So strong, pure faith towards our own lineage root Guru. That would be the foundation of lineage. Only then the lineage Dharma flow can enter into you. And only due to this lineage Dharma flow you can have attainments. And this is how it is in Tantrayana, in Tantric Buddhism. So the root Guru is the combination of all the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. The complete embodiment of the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. So all the Dharma, all the Buddhas, and all the teachings of the Buddha, the Buddha Dharma, all the Buddhas, all the Dharma, and all the Sangha, or the sages and saints. So the Sangha refers to all the sages. So all the power of all these 3 is the root Guru. So Padmakumara root Guru Yoga can be combined with the Yidam Yoga or deity yoga. all the different yidams can be combined with the lineage root guru. And only practicing this way, you would generate pure faith. If you break your lineage, if you don't respect your lineage root guru, if you have no faith toward your root guru, you have no lineage. Only with the existence of the Buddha, there are bodhisattvas. And then you can benefit sentient beings. So bodhicitta is the heart or mind of all the bodhisattvas, of the Buddhas. So the practice of root guru yoga is the most important. Without pure faith, you should generate strong and pure faith towards our own lineage root guru, like Grandmaster towards his lineage root gurus. Very strong, pure faith. Every time prior to Dharma teachings, I would always pay homage and call upon my own lineage root gurus. Never once Grandmaster missed mentioning my lineage root gurus in my Dharma teachings. If you don't call upon your lineage root guru before Dharma teachings, then the Dharma teachings would have no power because there's no blessings from the lineage root guru. So your lineage root gurus and your yidams always sitting on top of your heads. And you chant home for the protection. All the Vajra protectors, Herukas and Vidyarajas all have home as 6 syllables. All protectors have home as the 6th syllable. The mantra, their mantra. One mantra. I often tell you to practice the protection. What is the protection wheel? Like the Kuan Yin body mandala, that's for Kuan Yin Yidam. That's the protection of the Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, which I have taught before. Wheel means altar. So the prajna lights that are shown on your photos, like when you take pictures toward the sky and there's like a round light, and if you enlarge the small prajna light, and you can see a wheel inside it, a wheel. And this wheel is an altar, a mandala. And the dot at the center is the main deity. And the rest are the walls and gates. Like a tanka is also a wheel, a main deity at the center. Say for Hevajra. Above him, 3 deities, his origins, and Hevajra here, and then the 8 consorts or dakinis around him. That would be his mandala. That's what it means. Sometimes when you practice the protection wheel and say Hevajra as your protector, then you have to form Hevajra mudra, and then 1 foot on the ground and the other foot lifted up. That's the posture of Hevajra. And you visualize the 3 origins above, and then around you 8 dakinis. left and on your left and on your right. And have Vajra facing to the front, to the back, left and right. And you recite hum, 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 hum. That's to protect yourself. So you're setting boundary protection on yourself. That means you're protecting yourself. Those are what this means. What time is it now? 10:15. Let me share some jokes. Mr. Wang went to the village to buy a house, and eventually he found a house that suits him. He likes it. However, across from it, there's a factory that's not very nice. So the seller comforted Mr. Wang, don't worry about it. There's a gas factory that it would explode any time. So don't worry about it. That's a joke. Why? The gas explosion is very important. Then what he meant is that with the explosion, then it would become flat ground. But nobody laughed. And there's a hotel with this advertisement. Oh, restaurant. There's a wine, grape wine from Spain for your taste. And he went in and tried the wine, and there's a silver hair in it. And he called on the waiter. How can there be a silver hair inside the wine? And the waiter replied, but sir, this showed. It must be a very old wine. Because it's a silver hair. It must have been for many years, very old. So what the joke meant was, don't just see it from the surface. You have to understand the real issue in order to say something. Because the truth is only one. The superficial appearances, the appearances are all superficial and they're all fake. So in this world now too, there's so many fake appearances that you don't know what the real truth is. It's the same in our Buddhist studies. You have to truthfully enter into the deepest end of Buddha Dharma, because from the surface you can't tell about Buddha Dharma. It's not about putting a statue, lighting an incense, praying, asking for wealth, for children, for positions, to get rich, to have a son or a girl. But you want to go deeper to raise your spiritual life. to uplift your spirits, then only then that would be the true Buddha Dharma.
非常感谢圣尊宝贵的法语开示，请唱诵者准备。
We are truly grateful to the precious Dharma teachings. We have several announcements. Tomorrow, Sunday, May 13 at 3 p.m., His Holiness will be at the Rainbow Temple in North Bend, Washington, to preside over the Golden Mother Homa fire offering ceremony and would confer the empowerments of Golden Mother. That includes all the Dharma practices of Golden Mother. There would be a direct webcast in Chinese and English. For details, please check tbsn.org or tbsrainbow.org. And before the Homa, at 1:30, at the Homa Hall, there would be the Grandmaster Lu's book reading, led by Vajramaster Lian Sheng from Oakland, California. So you can bring the book with you and listen to the book reading. And if you have not joined the tbboye.org as a club member, there would be people around there to help you with that. There would be the reading from the book 247. So Grandmaster's latest book, book number 265, is now available at the bookshop, and His Holiness will be doing the book signing right after the group practice. Next Thursday, there would be the offering puja at the Seattle temple.现在到现在还没有醒。还好啦，有时候突然间入寺院了，有时候刚开始有一点晕，因为你这个focus不准，然后公司突然间很大，觉得很大，什么东西？看的东西，真的。然后呢，因为
里面就是有一层都是在里面嘛，它把它吸走以后，你就觉得整个公司都很亮，光亮一点，因为它就好像有一层 curtain 在前面的样子。哎，对，我们要跟你讲，我的明天再跟你讲了，我的就是小孩子进医院去住了3天，是吗？他住医院，为什么？本来以为是伤风感冒还是怎么样，我以为他的flu，然后他咳嗽的反应，后来他去看医生，发觉他的血压很高，影响他的心脏跳得很快，要他马上去医院。进医院一下检查很多东西，他说：“那你这么年轻，为什么那个血压这么高？然后他心脏很快，那个功能不好，那个肺有fluid。”然后又谁呀？就讲肝的功能有影响，肝肺心什么都功能不好，而且下去。为什么会这样
？Inviting any of you who would like to take refuge or to receive refuge initiation, please come forward to the center of the temple and personally receive refuge initiation from our lineage root guru. If you're not present in person and would like to take refuge, please send a letter to True Buddha Foundation in Redmond, Washington, and you would be able to receive the refuge initiation remotely. Inviting His Holiness to consecrate the Buddha images and to bless the great compassion water.
请大家起立做大礼拜，礼拜根本传承上师。
Stand up and perform homage.
二拜诸菩萨，嗡啊吽。三拜诸护法金刚，嗡啊吽。四平等于其手。我们在恭请师尊签书之前，我们先恭请师尊师母切蛋糕。今天庆祝母亲节。
This ends the English imposition today. Please remember to return your receivers. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. 祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐。我们恭祝师母以及天下的母亲，母亲节快乐！谢谢师尊，谢谢师母。我们现在恭请师尊为大家签书请大家记得，因为时间的关系，我们也不想师尊太过辛劳，所以呢，大家要记得只签书，其他物品一律不签。感谢大家的合作，谢谢。同修会圆满吉祥结束了，感谢根本传承上师的大加持，师母、诸位上师、教授师、法师、贵宾、同门、善信大德的护持，谢谢大家，阿弥陀佛。网络直播到此结束，谢谢大家的观看。We now conclude this live broadcast. Thank you for viewing.